Hi everybody, it's Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Stop what you're doing, click like on this video, subscribe, stay a while if you like spiritual videos, chosen one videos, narcissism, and a little bit of zodiac, okay? Cut my television off. It's a distraction. Yes, thank you to everybody who has been supporting my channel by donating to me. The more donations I get, the more phone session bookings I get, the more videos I pump out, the longer videos I pump out. So someone by the name of India, hi India, thank you so much. They paid for this video to be done, and this video is basically just going to briefly talk about how chosen ones, you don't get the support. You don't get the support. You don't have a cheerleader team. You don't have that. And that is definitely a sign that you are a chosen one. No one's ever happy for you. You don't have anybody to share your accomplishments with. And sadly, that is something that you are going to have to get used to. All right? Because our lives are not meant to be the normal human experience. But I'm going to get more into that. So yes, all the donation and phone session booking information will be in the comment section or in the description bar. Okay. So yes, for as long as I can remember, growing up, I had haters. All right. So naturally, chosen ones are gonna have these haters, and that's a huge sign of you being a targeted individual or a chosen one. And you realize that everybody, even since you were a kid, you're a little kid, you had adults hating on you, family hating on you, your siblings hating on you, your parents, strangers, people in school, they were hating on you. They never congratulated you. They never told you they were proud of you. We don't get that. We just don't get that. And a lot of our life we have to get used to. I know it's easier said than done, but the needs and the desires of that type of support, we're never going to get that. We're not, because we are the example. We are the blueprint. We are the people that people look at, and they automatically assume this person's better than me. They're talented. They're multi-talented. They got it going on. They're kinder, or they're better looking. People gravitate towards them. They have a better character than me. I'm not supporting them. I'm not clapping for them. I'm not bigging them up. Now, what's helped me to get through this, because this does bother me. I go through these emotions too. Like I recently lost weight. I am like an entrepreneur. I don't get that support as much. For chosen ones, your soul tribe and total strangers are going to be your biggest supporters. You really have to throw it out of your head. You're not going to get the support from your family, from your loved ones. It doesn't happen that way. All right. And that's something I keep telling chosen ones over and over. How come I'm not married? Or how come I don't have the same dating experiences as other people, or the same friendship experience? You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. And I keep going back to, the character of Jesus, right? Because that's basically how people view you, right? That's how they view you. Jesus didn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or Jesus didn't have a husband or wife, right? So what makes you think that if you were here on earth to serve God's will, to do your spiritual assignments, to be the example, to be the blueprint, what makes you think that you're going to get the hand clap? You're going to get honored. Now, don't get me wrong. Chosen ones, you do get honored. You just don't get honored by the people that you think you should be honored by. You can't share your accomplishments. You can't share your happiness the way other people do, because they be hating. They be hating on you, and it's not safe. It's not safe. You have to learn to practice being proud of yourself, right? I clap for myself. I talk to myself. I'm proud of myself, and I realize that people are just not going to be happy for me. And it's been like that my whole life. So why do I think that is automatically just going to start overnight? It's not going to start overnight. It's not. Do things because you really want to. Do things that are going to bring you happiness, going to bring you joy, even if no one's there to clap for you. Even if no one's there to tell you how, well you're doing. But there is. If you're really going through a struggle, I'm telling you, sometimes pray. There's been times where I prayed and I'm like, God, send me an angel, send me somebody like to tell me, am I doing good? Am I worthy? And I'll have total strangers. I've had experiences with angels, with people on YouTube telling me like, you're amazing, you changed my life, you're this, you're that. Even yesterday I had a phone session with somebody and they were like, I watched so many Chosen One videos, but I came across you on TikTok and you get it. You get it. It's things that you said that like, oh my gosh, she gets it. Thank you. I feel so blessed that I came across you. And I'm like, me? It never gets, how can I say, it never gets, I never get used to hearing it because I'm not used to hearing it from family and friends. And honestly, if you don't have family and friends who aren't clapping for you, who aren't motivating you, who aren't giving you your flowers while you're here on earth, get rid of them while you're around them. So you get to support them. You get to be happy for them. You go into their graduation, you're going to their wedding, their baby shower, whatever. They got a raise at work. You're clapping for them. You're motivating them. You're supporting their business, but they're not supporting you. Get the hell out of here. When I had dropped my t-shirt company in 2020, well, I had like a shop on spring.com, originally known as teespring.com. People didn't support me. They didn't support me like that. Oh yeah, your website is down, I couldn't buy a t-shirt. And that's okay. Understand that you're still going to shine regardless if people don't support you. First of all, you're making it, so people are supporting you. It's just not who you want the support to come from. I got used to that. And honestly, you know what I started doing? I don't give them the same energy back. So if somebody says, oh, Ange, guess what? I got a raise at work. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. That's what's up. I don't give them the energy. I only give people who give me energy. That's it. If you don't give me that love, you don't give me that shine, you don't give me that energy, you're not getting that from me. So a lot of times you got to do cleanup in order for your soul tribe to come through, in order for you to receive that love and those blessings from people who care about you and who recognize how fly you are. You got to clean up. You got to get rid of those people so God can send in the people who are going to congratulate you. But we don't get that. I remember, I tell this story a lot because it sticks in my head. I remember when I was 13 in 8th grade, about 12 or 13 years old in 8th grade, and I got picked to write in the daily newspaper twice. And I used to have this crew we would call the 5 Click. Corny, I know. And I remember I went to them, I'm like, oh my gosh, they picked me again. My article was going to be in a daily newspaper. None of them were happy for me. And when I was about 31, I was on Facebook, and the teacher that was my teacher, my 8th grade teacher, she contacted me on Facebook and said, hey, you still friends with those haters? And when she saw that I dropped my poetry book in 2016, she was like, I always knew that you'll be a writer. And I hope you're not those girls' friends. I bet you're not those girls' friends from 8th grade. You never had friends back then. They was always hating on you, and I'm proud of you. So people recognize you. I'm telling you, chosen ones, people recognize you. People appreciate you. So just because you're not hearing it, people are always watching the chosen one. You have to learn to be proud of yourself. You have to learn to have that energy to achieve your goals, even if you're not getting the support from the people you think you should be getting. And that stuck to me, and that went with that type of behavior went on my entire life, and I'm sure that went on through y'all entire life too, chosen ones. And it does wear you down some days. These emotions. So I hear people like, oh, I feel like this, I feel like that. That's natural. Yes, we're a spirit having a human experience. You're gonna feel lonely sometimes. You're gonna feel unappreciated. You're going to feel unwanted. You're going to feel like people don't accept you, don't love you. There's always somebody who accepts you. There's always somebody that loves you. But you know what's funny? The only person that it matters who loves you, who accepts you, who's proud of you is yourself. And I feel like the best way to deal with this is to work on your self-love. I'm telling you, be like that Kanye West, delusional. I mean, he's still great in certain ways, but have that Kanye West cockiness, like, oh, I'm the best. I'm a goddess. I'm a god. Like, this is who I am. I'm amazing. Get to the point where you do not need validation from anybody. You don't need validation. You don't need outside validation. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm beautiful. I finally believe I'm beautiful. I don't need nobody to love me because I love myself first. And self-love is going to save you every time, and especially when you're a chosen one. Self-love is going to save you every time. Look at your degrees on the wall, your awards on the wall, and be proud of yourself. And yes, I understand we want our parents' acceptance and stuff like that, but what's it going to do? A lot of times it's just all programming. It's programming. You know, you got programmed through trauma when you were a child, you know? And for me, it was the opposite. So this happens too to a lot of chosen ones where I noticed this happens. So a lot of times I didn't want to accomplish any goals at all. And I know a lot of you chosen ones do this. We get to the point where everybody gets clapped for, everybody gets motivated, everybody gets told they're proud of them, they get the support, but we don't. So we stop doing. That's been me. Where I was like, forget it. I don't want to work. What's the sense of working? I'm not appreciated. I don't want to achieve goals. I don't want to write these books when I don't get the support. I don't want to start this business for what when I don't get the support. F all of that. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you're doing, because whatever you're producing and putting out into the universe, you're gonna get love. It's just gonna be for a whole bunch of people who you don't even know. Okay? My biggest supporters, it comes from people who I don't know. I'm eating every month because of people who I don't know. All right? YouTube is who puts money in my pocket. TikTok, who puts money in my pocket. I don't know these people. It's not family and friends feeding me and doing for me. Hell no. You see, I want you to understand that your friends and family, they came from the same place you came from, right? And friends and family and even your lovers, they have you in a box. They have you in a box. And chosen ones, we can't be in a box. Chosen ones have multiple talents. Chosen ones have crazy, outrageous ideas. We're always moving. We're always changing. People can't keep up with the chosen one because we're always getting spiritual downloads. God is always leveling us up. The more spiritual work you do, the more spiritual stripes and stars you're going to get. And this is why the people that we're around, we are always constantly reminding these people of what they're not fucking doing. They're not doing the work, guys. Most of our friends and family, they're not doing the work. You think they're doing the work. They're not doing the inner work. They got their money, they got their cars, they got spouses and children and looks and nice things, but that's all they got. That's all they got. They don't have the light that you have. They don't. But you're comparing the physical. Okay? So especially if they see the chosen one is doing well, they instantly they feel like they're doing bad. So why the hell you think they're gonna give you a compliment? They gonna tell you they proud of you. They not proud of you. They only want to be around you when you're doing bad. Because when the chosen one is doing bad, that makes people feel better about themselves. My own sibling does this. When he can't contact me, he sends in his flying monkey wife to find out what's going on in my life. Oh, she ain't working. She ain't got no money. Yes, I'm up. They got a tally board. So what makes you think you got a promotion at work, you're doing well, you looking great, you lost weight, you gained weight, whatever it is, they gonna tell you you look good. In their head, if the chosen one's looking good, they looking bad. If the chosen one's doing good, they're doing bad. Whenever the chosen one is down, that lets them know I'm doing better. It's sickening, but it's also sick for us to want validation from sick people. Validation from demons, validation from our frenemies, validation from our enemies, validation from family members who don't even love us. Come on now, guys. We got to do better. We got to do better. And we play in this cycle because we see other people get the love, they get the validation, but we're not them. Chosen ones' position on earth is to show their power solo. That's something that I had a discussion with God about. We are supposed to show that we can make it on earth without a whole entourage. That's why we stand out. They traveling by themselves? They don't have any support. Let me tell you, I had a talk with my step uncle. So I grew up with him because I was the Narc stepfather's brother, but he's the only one from the Narc family that I kept in contact with all these years. And when I had my surgery, I had weight loss surgery back in May of 2022. He's a nurse, so I told him, I said, oh yeah, I had weight loss surgery. He was like, what are you talking about? He's like, wait a minute. So you went through the whole process by yourself. You didn't have anybody who was like supporting you? I said, no. He said, hold on. When you went into the hospital, did you go in the hospital by yourself? I said, yeah. He said, okay. After the surgery, did someone come up to the hospital? I said, no. He's like, okay. Did you have anybody visit you for aftercare and check on you? I said, no. The man started crying. He said, how the hell did you do all that by yourself? He was like, wait, what? That's major surgery. I don't think about it like that because I'm so used to doing it on my own. You know? Chosen ones, we are a miracle. We're a freaking miracle. We'll go through divorces. Some of y'all will lose your children. We'll go through deaths. We'll go through surgery. We'll go through illness by our damn self. Buy houses, get married, all kinds of stuff, have children by our damn self without the help or being clapped for, you know? And it's something you gotta get used to. But guess what? We are built for this. You think you're not, but you are. If you wasn't built for this, why are you going through it? I was fine. Yes, it would have been amazing to have somebody there for me while I had surgery, but back in 2016, my own brother didn't even come up to the hospital when I had emergency surgery on my uterus. So I knew that for weight loss surgery, I was going to be able to do it by myself. You get it put into these positions, in these places, because you're strong enough to handle it. You are. The things that chosen ones have gone through would have killed other people. The things that I have gone through by myself would have killed people or made people try to kill themselves. That's why God chose you. And I know a lot of you be like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Angelique. Shut up that crap. We're human. We need this and we need that. If you feel you really need that soul tribe, you need that village, manifest it. Manifest it. Go out there, meet people, do whatever you got to do to get that soul tribe. Do whatever you got to do to get a village. Fight for it. Heal. Do your healing work so you can attract better people into your life. If you really want that village, if you really want that soul tribe. But for me, I'm fine. Half the people that I wanted their help and their validation, they weak as hell. They ain't got nothing on me. So what they gonna do for me? And yes, God did send some people to tell me. Some of you angels told me who I am and validate me on days that I need to be validated. But the more you love yourself, the more you realize how brilliant you are, chosen one. The more you realize how powerful and how you're an earth angel, you're not a regular human being, and your story is not supposed to be like everybody else's. A lot of times people get pregnant or have children because they need children to help them change. Sometimes people get married because they need a husband or wife because they just reckless out there. But a lot of chosen ones, we don't get a lot of those extra relationships and material and all that because we don't need it. We don't need it. Our spiritual light and our spiritual power alone, we can walk this earth by ourselves. We're not alone. You think you're alone. There's plenty of people outside. Have you gone outside and seen it? They out there. And I think it's funny because the chosen ones will complain about not having a village. They will complain about not having a man or woman, but they don't even go outside. They don't do nothing to meet nobody. How the hell you want a village, want motivation, want someone to clap for you, but you don't meet nobody because you're scared. Most chosen ones are scared to even meet people, but then they'll complain about not having a village. You can't have both. You got to do your healing work and you got to take risks and meet people and trust your intuition, trust your spiritual discernment that if you do come across a demon, that you'll be able to get the hell up out of there. But don't do nothing that you're spiritually and physically, mentally not ready for. But my biggest thing is chosen ones have to understand you are never going to get your flowers from the people that you think you're going to get your flowers from. It's going to come from strangers. Or sometimes it's just that one person unexpectedly that's going to give you that validation and love that you need. And that happens to me all the time. I come on here, I get emails, people send me donations and write the most beautiful messages on Cash App or PayPal, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing and it feels great. And then these days I validate myself. I look at my pictures and be like, girl, you're beautiful. Not just outside, but you're just so beautiful eternally. I am the woman I needed when I was a child. And that's the reason why I don't need the hand clap from many people, you know. But yes, I go through phases where it's not that I need it, I look for it because it's like, well, damn, I give you that energy. Why can't you give me that energy? I think that's really what it is. It's not that I need people's validation. It's just like, why you want the energy from me, but when it comes time for you to give it to me, you don't want to give it to me. It's giving fraudulent, it's giving hater, so then that gets me pissed off. But that's just the universe letting you know the people who you're around, they're insecure or they jealous of you. And then that means you need to clean up. But yes, hopefully this clears some, gives you more clarity in how to move. And understand that the validation that you seek or you think you need, you really don't. You really don't. It has to come from within. And if you are going to get it, it's going to come from the unexpected or from strangers, okay? But God is proud of you. All right, and be proud of yourself. Congratulate yourself. Treat yourself well so that others may see. You know, don't hide your accomplishments. Don't hide um, the changes you're making. Don't ever do that, you know? But yes, I don't want to make this video too long. Hopefully this gives you some type of clarity and um, understanding of how chosen ones are supposed to move on this filthy earth. All right, guys. Don't forget, if you want to donate to me or if you want to book a phone session, all the information is in the comment section and going to be in the description bar. Have an amazing week. I'll talk to you soon, guys.